Let me tell you what our concept of equality is. All people are equal. But really equal. Really equal. And really equal means for good and for bad. That's equality. You're a good guy, you're a good guy. You're a bad guy, you're a bad guy. And if you speak like a Nazi, and if you write like a Nazi, and if in your weekly paper you blast the Zionists and you mean the Jews, we're going to call you Nazi and attack you and call you an anti-Semite, whether you're white, black, or polka dot. And if you think that that concept is wrong, if you think that anti-Semitism is excusable by some people and not by others, by blacks and not by redneck whites, then you're going to help to bury Jews in this country. If over radio station WBAI or Pacifica Foundation station, Jewish owned, Jewish run, they can say Hitler didn't kill enough Jews and he didn't make enough lampshades out of them. Baby, that gets us in the gut. That's Nazism, and it's going to be told to people, you're a Nazi. There's a crisis for Jews in this country. And I don't speak of an economic crisis only, a political crisis. We have the beginning of a crisis of physical survival of Jews in this country. And the danger to the Jewish people stems from the radical right. The ultimate danger to Jews comes from the radical right. But if the radical right ever achieves power in this country, it will have to build huge statues and monuments to the radical left. And the National States Rights Party should subsidize Jerry Rubin, because he's a powerful weapon. There are groups here that speak of gas chambers and that mean it. And we're in a climate of opinion in this country which allows people who otherwise would not lend an ear to this nonsense to begin to do so. And I realize that many of you are sitting here and saying, my God, he's more paranoid than I thought. The next thing he'll say is that it could happen here. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that it is happening here. It is beginning to happen here. And an Aryanization of huge areas of life is taking place in the East. And if you think that UCLA or Los Angeles is an island unto itself, you're wrong. What happens in New York affects Los Angeles, and what happens here affects us there. In a country where the economic problem grows daily graver, and while we Jews don't feel it, the blue-collar workers do feel it, and are open to the blandishments of the crazy radical right. In a country where people for 20 years have tasted the good life and now face the great danger of losing it, I tell you that such people are far more dangerous than people that have never had anything. And people who have worked for 20 years and have their own home now, which they share with the bank, and their own car, which they share with the bank, and their washing machine, which they share with the bank, and their own wives. People such as that, who are unemployed and underemployed, are capable of joining anyone who says, follow me, and I'll let you keep what you have, because we all know it's the fault of the Jew. And when at the same time, the Jew is the main target of the radical right and extremist black groups, and when at the same time, the radical left uses Israel as its major enemy now, and Zionism becomes a synonym for Jews, and don't fool yourselves when the Panthers speak of Zionists and say, we don't mean Jews. Pick up the April 27th issue of the Black Panther, and you'll find an attack on 3 well-known Zionists named Jerry Rubin, Abby Hoffman, and William Kunstler. And if they're Zionists, I'm a Bulgarian. They're Jews, and they were attacked as Jews.